everyone, welcome back. Today I am doing the very much requested video of my traveler's notebook. I am still using my Erin Condren planner. I am not getting rid of this. I already have the new one sitting upstairs in my closet just waiting for January 1st. In fact, I'll probably even be starting to play with my new one, like during Thanksgiving vacation, to start prepping it and getting all the data transferred from one to the other. So, my life still revolves around my Erin Condren planner very, very much. I have, videos, information in here, my to-do list for every day. Sometimes I keep track of my water in here, but not really, because honestly, I drink so many water bottles in the course of a day. I'm honestly not concerned about hydration. If anything, I'm more concerned about how many times I go to the bathroom a day. So, but yeah, so my whole life is in here. So you might be wondering, well, what did you need a traveler's notebook for? I have been buying Erin Condren life planners, oh wow, for at least 5 years, possibly longer. And before, the original ones in like the back of the book, she used to give more just paper with cute little toppers on the pages in the back. Well, the reserve paper in the back of the planner every year has gone down in the number of sheets. And I can understand why. People want their planner to be thinner and less bulky, so anything that's not absolutely necessary, she's been pulling out of the planner. That's fine. But I love to journal. I really do. And I love having a gratitude journal. I love having a life journal. I like having lists and to-do lists. And occasionally I will write my list. Let me find one of them in here on the side. I will write lists on the side over here. But this only works if you write one list for the course of the week. The minute you want to make list number 2, you don't have any place left to put the list. So also for me, I find writing, like not computer typing, but actual physical holding the pen and letting the words go through my hand. I find that to be incredibly relaxing, incredibly therapeutic, and problem solving. It blows my mind sometimes how I might be just journaling about something that's not working. I've been trying this and I tried this. And as I'm in the process of journaling, I get that aha moment. So I love to write. That's why when I first started in social media, I was a mommy blogger, one tired working mommy. I haven't really posted onto that blog in a long time, but I did mommy blogging for about 3 years. I loved it. But then as my kids got older, my life began to change, and so that blog didn't really fit me anymore. And instead of starting a new blog, I got really into this whole YouTube thing. It's like, I want to try this instead. So anyway, getting back to the planner, this is from the Webster pages. It is called a Color Crush. And I will say, if you are a true leather lover, you should probably get the Midori, because this is not real leather. It's more of a vinyl. It is soft, it is smooth, but it's not genuine leather. But I got this one for reasons other than leather. I bought this one because I really wanted pockets. And this one from Color Crush, or from the Webster's pages, if you take all of these little doodads out, and you guys know me, I'm all about the little doodads. If you start taking out the stickers and everything in here, little post-it notes, you have this big row of pockets that you can use to hold things. You have a side pocket here, and you even have another pocket here. And I've even seen on some Instagram sites and some videos where women are actually using their Color Crush as a billfold. They're actually just, they'll put their money bills in here, close it up, toss this in the purse, and they're good to go. I don't use it for that. I use it to hold, I'm dropping things, all of my other bits and pieces and my cute stuff that I like to have with me when I have things. Oh, this is just a note to myself. I'm all about notes. This was just a post-it note. I ripped off like 3 or 4 of them from this was the October Scarlet Lime Planner Kit. I just put some post-it notes there for that. And I'm going to go take you through how I've set this up, and I have then also a list back here. So I'm going to turn the camera around so that you can get closer in and see how I'm doing this without showing too much of what I've written, because some of what I write is private. So, and then I added this little doodad. This was initially on my Erin Condren, and I never liked the way it looked hanging off my Erin Condren anyway, so when I got the Color Crush, I went ahead and transferred that into here. So I'm going to turn this around and we're going to go all through this thing. So I think everyone is pretty familiar with Traveler's Notebook, especially if you're a part of the planning community. It's basically like a leather wraparound that is closed with a rubber band, and then inside you have more rubber bands that you use to attach your little notebooks. In this one, I currently have 4 notebooks. I've got 1, 2, 3, and I actually have a clip holding these 2 together. 4. And the Color Crush is different than the Midori because the Color Crush actually gives you 4 of these rubber bands instead of 1. A Midori only has 1 internal band, and then if you want to have more than 1 notebook in your Midori, you have to use another rubber band to like connect these 2 and slide them under. I didn't like that idea because, quite frankly, if I just want to swap out 1 insert, I didn't like the idea of having to dismantle my entire notebook to make it the way I want it to be. So that was another pro for me with the Color Crush. The fact that, okay, this way. The Color Crush already had 4 internal rubber bands, could hold 4 notebooks, and truth be told, I could still, if I truly wanted to, use more of the Midori bands to add a 5th, a 6th, a 7th notebook, and basically fill this thing up until it couldn't hold anymore. And I've seen pictures on Instagram of women who have done exactly that. In fact, I've seen women with so many notebooks in one of these things that I don't even know how they use it. It's overkill. So anyway, though, the first notebook right here, and you know what, just for the sake of convenience, I'll pull this one out. This is my to-dos. This is my brain dump notebook. So like if I come in here, you'll see that one of the things I was thinking about was to create a thematic unit. I've got Harry Potter's. I was thinking about penguins in Antarctica and finding my different content standards and the different cores, how I would tie those into a thematic unit. I was thinking about geology, fossils, and dinosaurs unit. I was thinking about even maybe a Harry Potter unit to do in the classroom and how I could integrate all of the different subject matters into this type of a theme. Here was just a to-do list for work one day. Here was a to-do list for Saturday. Here's a to-do list for this Thursday because I'm going to have some spare time because it is parent-teacher conferences. So I will have like this 2-hour window to just get a ton of stuff done. So this is my brain dump book. That's what this is for. It's not meant to be pretty. It's not meant to be overly decorative. It's meant to be very, very functional. And then once it's all filled up, this one will go in the trash because this is just my thoughts on the fly. So that's book number 1. Book number 2 actually is my journal. This one is just a traditional blank Midori notebook. This one is one of the Webster pages, Color Crush ones, and so that's why it's got such a fancy cover. Although if you wanted to, if you subscribe to the Scarlet Lime Planner Society, you could very easily, the papers, cut out the paper, fold it, and attach it to this, and then make a cover just as beautiful as the Webster pages one. So this one is my basic journal. I don't want to show you too much because it's private thoughts. But I've only had this for like a week, so that's why it's not filled to the max. And so it's more than enough room to write in, and I'm really enjoying it. I will say, I'll come back to a complaint I have in a minute. The next book, as you can see, I haven't decorated this one at all because I haven't even had a chance to decorate it yet. This one is my gratitude journal. And I started my gratitude journal by revisiting a blog I did on One Tired Working Mommy a few years ago called A Lovely List. And so I kind of recopied my lovely list into my gratitude journal. And I made some changes because things that I was in love with 3 years ago don't necessarily apply anymore. So I've changed some things out, added a few new things. And then over here, I try to daily or every other day, I try really hard to put down 2 or 3 things that I was grateful for that day. I really do think it's important to take a moment and record even the simplest things to be grateful for, because sometimes I know myself, I can get really bogged down with life, like just exhaustingly bogged down, and I can sometimes forget that life doesn't suck. It's actually pretty amazing. There's a lot of good things to be grateful for. This book is more of a formal book. It's more of my lists and bucket list. So here, this page is a work in progress, but I've got some favorite family meals in here, along with some new ones I want to try out. I just bought a new cookbook, and I'm excited about that because I've been in a bit of a cooking rut lately. And then here are capsule wardrobe must-haves. I've got some of the things on this list already, but I still have a few things. I want black booties. I'm looking for that perfect trench coat. I want a white scarf. I got my blanket scarf and my brown riding boots, as you guys have already seen in a previous video. But anyway, here is a fall bucket list, a winter bucket list, spring bucket list, a summer bucket list. And most of these were things that I thought of that I would want to do during these seasons. Some of the ideas I kind of went to Pinterest and looked at. There's all kinds of seasonal bucket lists or monthly bucket lists. Oops, bumped the camera, sorry. That you can find. And I just tossed in some stickers for good measure, used colorful pens. And then here, this is one that I started working on Christmas planning. So this is all the things I need to start getting ready and start getting a move on because wow, can you believe Thanksgiving is like a week away? It seems to be coming pretty quick. And then I have not started filling in this yet. This is my Christmas shopping list. So far I've only purchased 2 Christmas presents, which I have not gotten in here, but I have a lot of shopping still to do. So I've left open more pages for shopping. Here is my wish list of things that I want to try. This will be another list that'll be like a list in progress. And then as for these cute little clips right here, the little gold clips, these are from Joann Fabrics, Heidi Swap. This was part of the Heidi Swap. There's a Happy Planner or something. So I think it was like $3.99 or $2.99 for 9 little cute golden clips. And then also, this is just a memo pad that came, this was literally a grocery list, that came from a Scarlet Line planner box. This was actually the November of last year. And then here you have another pocket, and then of course the top pocket, which is what I was using to slide in the cardboard for that notepad. And finally, the last thing here is a pin loop. So this is all I've done in it so far. No, it is not decorated as much as I would like it to be decorated because I just haven't had the opportunity with it being report card time. A lot of work was going on. And I can say though that in the week or week and a half that I have had it, I absolutely love it. The only thing I do plan on changing in the future are these notebooks. I don't like these inserts. I find, even though they're fancy looking, I find that, okay, where's the rubber band? The paper is a very thick paper. So it's a lot of bulk for very few pages. I mean, I've only been journaling in this thing for a few days, and I'm like almost halfway full of filling it up on one side. So I just ordered from Amazon.com 2 of the Midori lightweight paper inserts. So the paper is more like this one. This isn't the full-on lightweight, but it's definitely a thinner paper. So whereas this one is like 16 sheets folded for like 32 sides, the Midori lightweight paper is a little thinner. Although I've watched reviews on YouTube and ink does not soak through the pages still. And it's like 64 sheets folded in half, so you get 128 sides. So I bought 2 of those from Amazon today, and I'll have them, 2 days thanks to Prime. So I'm looking forward to having, and the notebooks are more like this. It's just a brown cardboard with the Midori lightweight paper in it. So I will be replacing these ones just because I don't think you get enough sheets of paper in it, and these were just as expensive as the Midori to buy, but you're going to fill it up in no time flat. I don't want to have to keep changing inserts every time I turn around. And like I said, as far as the cardboard cover, all that takes is 1 sheet of a pretty paper, or even a sheet of scrapbook paper that you buy at Michael's for 59 cents. Cut it down to size, fold it in half, maybe a little glue, a glue stick to hold it together, and you're done. You got a beautiful cover. Or if you want to get artsy and crafty, you can start designing it with your own kinds of stickers and your own little ephemera, and make whatever you kind of cover you want to have on those. So that is everything for my Midori, or not my Midori, but my Color Crush Traveler's Notebook. If you have any questions that you want to ask, feel free to ask them in the comments below. I ordered this off Amazon.com because this color is not available in the stores anymore. This was a color that they came out with in springtime. In the spring they came out with rose gold, the mint, pink with dots on it, and I can't think of the last color. I really can't. But so, of all 4 of those colors, the mint was the one I liked the best. Usually I love rose gold, but for some reason I did not like that rose gold. In the description box below this video, I will be sure to link like the Amazon links to get this one if you want. Although I was just at Joann Fabrics a few days ago, and they do have 2 new Traveler's Notebooks at Joann Fabrics. One is a jade green color. It's very deep. It's beautiful for some people. It's not my color. But then they also have one that's in like a champagne metallic, which I almost bought that one, but then I put it back because honestly, it's pretty, but it didn't speak to me. It just didn't speak to me. Maybe if they had the rose gold there and I actually got to see it in real life as opposed to just a picture on Amazon, I might have bought the rose gold one. But so again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments below. And that's pretty much all I have to say. I do love it. I don't see myself abandoning it anytime soon because I do like the fact that I can have everything I need in one spot. Also, upstairs, starting in January, I do have a calendar insert to put in here. When you buy a calendar insert, they usually split the year in half. So the first insert is January through June, and then the second insert is July through December. I'm going to give it a try. I don't know if I will ever abandon Erin Condren because Erin and I, we're tight. I love my Erin Condren planners. I really do. But I can't lie. This is a lot in my purse. I buy big purses. I always buy totes because they tote a lot. But yeah, once I added this to this, it became a load in the purse. So I am open-minded to trying the calendar insert instead of the Erin Condren come January. I don't know if I can make the transition, but I'm willing to try it for a couple of weeks. So that would mean adding a 5th notebook to this. Or maybe, no, I wouldn't pop any of these out. Yeah, I would be adding a 5th notebook in here if I add a calendar insert. So with that, that is everything I've got to say today about my Color Crush notebook. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, be sure to give it two thumbs up. Please be sure to give it 1 thumbs up. Not that there's anything wrong with 2, but if you click it 2 times, you actually unlike the video. And if you want to see more from me in the future, click the subscribe button, and I'll talk to you later.